Hello, I am Mrs. Manisha Pradeep Khaire, Faculty of Rasiklal, M. Dhariwal College of Pharmacy, Chinswad, discussing the Part 2 of Pharmacy Act 1948. In this Part 2, I am going to discuss State Pharmacy Council, registration process and offences and penalties under Pharmacy Act 1948. State Pharmacy Council under Section 19 of Pharmacy Act 1948 provides for the constitution of State Pharmacy Council by every state except where a joint state council in accordance with agreement made under Section 20. Under this section, two or more states may however agree to have a joint council for definite or indefinite period of time. We will see difference between State Pharmacy Council and Joint State Pharmacy Council. In elected members, there are 6 members elected amongst themselves by registered pharmacist of state in State Pharmacy Council. In Joint State Pharmacy Council, not less than 3 and not more than 5 members elected amongst the registered pharmacist of each participating state. In State Pharmacy Council, 1 member elected by the members of Medical Council of State amongst themselves. In Joint State Pharmacy Council, 1 member elected by the members of each medical council from amongst themselves of each participating state. Nominated members. In State Pharmacy Council, 5 members nominated by state government, of whom at least 3 shall be persons possessing a prescribed degree or diploma in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry or registered pharmacist. In Joint State Pharmacy Council, nominated members, not less than 2 and not more than 4 members nominated by each participating state government, of whom more than half should possess degree or diploma in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry or be a registered pharmacist. Ex officio member in State Pharmacy Council, it consists of Chief Administrative Medical Officer of the state. In case of Joint State Pharmacy Council, Chief Administrative Medical Officer of each participating state. In State Pharmacy Council, the officer in charge of drug control organization of the state. In Joint State Pharmacy Council, officer in charge of drug control organization of each participating state under D&C Act 1940. In State Pharmacy Council, government analyst appointed under Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 by the state government, and in Joint State Pharmacy Council, government analyst appointed under D&C Act 1940 of each participating state. Then functions of State Pharmacy Council. First, registration of pharmacists and maintenance of register of state. Second, removal of names of registered pharmacists from the register. Third, printing of registers of state. And last, to monitor and regulate professional activities of pharmacists of state. Next, we will see powers of inspector which are appointed by the State Pharmacy Council. First, to inspect the premises where drugs are compounded and dispensed. Second, to see whether person is engaged in compounding and dispensing of drug is a registered pharmacist or not. Third, to investigate any complaint made in writing in respect of any contravention of this act. Next, to institute the prosecution under the order of Executive Committee. Last, to exercise such other powers as may be necessary to give effect to some provisions of the act. If anyone is obstructing an inspector, there is imprisonment for 6 months or fine of ₹1,000 or both. Registration of pharmacist. Persons having requisite qualification, training and experience are allowed to enter in the profession. Register include following particulars. First, the full name and residential address of the registered person. Second, the date of his first entry in the register. Third, his qualification for registration. Fourth, his professional address, name of employer if employed. And last, such further particulars as may be prescribed. Then we will see preparation of first register. State government constitute registration tribunal by notification in the official gazette consisting 3 members, and a registrar act as a secretary of registration tribunal. State government specifies a date on or before which application for registration along with prescribed fee made to registration tribunal. Registration Tribunal examines every application received on or before the specified date and if satisfies that applicant is qualified for registration, directs the entry of the name of applicant on the register. First register so prepared then published in a manner directed by state government. Any person aggrieved by the decision of registration tribunal may appeal within 16 days of publication to the authority appointed by state government in this behalf. The registrar amends the register accordingly with the decision of authority and then issue to every person a certificate of registration in prescribed form whose name is entered in register. After constitution of State Council, this register is given into its custody and government directs to credit application fee collected to State Council. Then qualification for entry on first register. Person above 18 years and who resides or carries business or profession of pharmacy in the state on payment of prescribed fee is entitled for entry of his name in first register if first, a degree or diploma in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry or a chemist or a druggist, diploma of Indian University or a state government or qualification granted outside India and approved under section 14. Second, if a person is having a degree of an Indian university other than a degree or diploma in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry and has been engaged in the compounding of drugs in hospital or dispensary or other place in which drugs are regularly dispensed on a prescription of registered medical practitioner for a total period of not less than 3 years. Then restoration of the names or to register. The State Council may at any time for reasons appearing sufficient to it order that upon payment of the prescribed fee, the name of a person removed from the register shall be restored to the register. Where an appeal against removal was made and rejected by the state government and the name cannot be restored. Then issue of duplicate certificate of registration. If a registrar satisfies that a certificate of registration has lost or destroyed on payment of prescribed fee, he issues a duplicate certificate in prescribed form. Then we will see offences and penalties. First offence is that falsely claiming to be a registered pharmacist. Any person whose name is not entered in the register falsely claims to be a registered pharmacist or uses in connection with his name any words or letters to suggest that his name is so entered in the register is punishable with fine up to 500 rupees on first conviction and with imprisonment up to 6 months or fine up to 1000 rupees or both on any subsequent conviction. The use of the description such as pharmacist, chemist, druggist, pharmaceutist, dispenser, dispensing chemist or any combination of such words by a person indicates that his name is entered in the register of a state. If a person who is registered pharmacist in another state and who at the time of making claims to registration in the state has filed an application for registration shall not be deemed to be guilty of the offence. Second, dispensing by unregistered person. The person other than registered pharmacist dispensing any medicine for patient is liable for punishment with imprisonment up to 6 months or with fine up to 1000 rupees or with both. And last, failure to surrender certificate of registration. Then this offence is punishable with fine up to 50 rupees. Thank you.